Alright, another video, surface area of triangular prisms, or prism, I think we'll leave it. Remember, you are going to need your area formula. Area is length times width. But you also need to remember that you have the one for the triangle, 1/2 base times height. These are what you're going to need to know. I've gone ahead and color-coded what would be congruent and maybe not congruent. And basically, it just takes a while to do this. You've got to take it step by step. So I'm going to start with the yellow over here. If it helps you, take your hand. You can kind of take a look at the length and the width. On my yellow, if I have length and width, I'm going to have 9 centimeters times 3 centimeters. So my yellow area will be 27 centimeters squared. Real easy for yellow. Now for blue, I do see a width of 4 centimeters. Well, I got to remember, I don't know what my length is.
Yes, you do.
Oh, what do I need to do?
Look at parallel line segments.
Oh, there's one. So that means that this would be 9 centimeters?
Yes, you are correct.
I'm going to go ahead and just go all the way out.
Probably a good idea.
Okay. So now I can focus in on the blue one. I see I have an area of length times width. I will have 9 centimeters times 4 centimeters, and I will end up with 36 centimeters squared. Good thing you told me about that, because now I look at my last one, I can see my length and my width. Thank you, Miss Pickens.
Oh, no problem, Mr. Cameo.
Length times width. Area is 9 centimeters times 5 centimeters this time. And I should get an area of 45 centimeters squared. So now, all I have left are my 2 green ones. And these are triangles. I don't see all the pieces though. Oh.
Line segments.
Line segments, parallel. Yeah. Alright, 4 centimeters. And I guess I could go down here and do this. So I could focus in on either one of these. It doesn't matter. A triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. So if I have 1/2, I see I have a base or a height. I've got 2 things here depending on how you're looking at it. I have 4 centimeters times 3 centimeters, and that's going to give me 1/2 12 centimeters squared. And 1/2 of 12 is 6. So I should have 6 centimeters squared. But because it is green, I actually have 2 of them. So if I multiply by 2, my area becomes, that's weird, 12 centimeters squared. Oh, half, but if I take my 2 triangles and put them together, they will form a rectangle. Now I get it.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. So it looks like I'm almost finished. I've got a lot of things happening. I've got area for the yellow, area for the blue, area for the brown, and area for the green triangles. So I must add them together. 36 centimeters squared, 45 centimeters squared, 27 centimeters squared, and 12 centimeters squared. Sorry, I'm running into all kinds of things. If I check it all out, I see I have 11 and 9, which would give me 20. So now I'm going to add everything up, and I should end up with 120 centimeters squared. All that work for something that looks quite simple.
Yep.
If I look at this as a 3D mode this way, it's the same thing. This is the 3D of the net. Now to really confuse you, you would have these sides being green you would have the front being that wonderful brown color. The back side would be yellow, and our bottom would be left to blue. Now, I don't want to confuse anybody, but just for those who need to see it in a 3D form, this is actually this. Same rules apply. If I see my base and my height, I have 1/2 base times height, so I have 1/2 4 centimeters times 3 centimeters. So my area would be 1/2 12 centimeters squared. All you kids heading to algebra one day, you will thank your teachers for making sure that you wrote everything out. But since I have two triangles, I multiply it by 2, so my triangle area once again will be 12 centimeters squared. A lot of work. If I go to the front side, and this is where it gets crazy, since the front side was in brown, you've actually got to focus on what you see of the length and width, and that's why I've kind of gone over it with the brown to help you see this. I see my length and my width, so I would have an area, length times width. Area is 9 centimeters times my 5 centimeters. My area should be 45 centimeters squared. Let's check to see and make sure if my brown was still 45 centimeters squared. Now the other tough one would be the back side, which would be in yellow. So you would actually be seeing this, but if you take a look, you see how it pops out the 9 and 3. So the area would be the 9 centimeters times the 3 centimeters, which would leave us with 27 centimeters squared for yellow. And then the bottom blue, probably the hardest one to see. I see that I've got a width, Miss Pickens, of 4 centimeters, but I don't see my length.
If you look up top, you see that parallel line segment?
There.
9.
9, so it would be parallel to here. There we go.
Good job.
Thank you. So my area would be 9 centimeters times 4 centimeters. My area would be 36 centimeters squared. If I add all of these up, I should be getting the same result, 120 centimeters squared. The key to all of this, guys, is having enough paper and enough patience to work everything out completely and keep it in an orderly fashion. If you do this, it's easy.